What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys have a good day so far. In today's video, we are on the test server here, and we'll be playtesting one of the older or oldest champions from the Shadowkin faction. He was probably one of the first Shadowkin ever to be introduced, and it's going to be Yoshi the Drunkard, recently updated. So I am on the test server here, so we will be seeing the updates live in game, and you guys will probably be seeing it live in game if you guys are watching in the future. Now, Yoshi was introduced about 5 years ago. And he received a little bit of play, but not really anything too significant. But with this most recent update, I think this is going to bring him back into the picture. It definitely updates him significantly. And like I said, he's 5 years old now. We'll probably see a lot more play from this guy. So first of all, he's a support champion. He's got 108 base speed. He's got a little bit of accuracy as well built in. Not crazy stats. He's got a little bit of attack too, which is kind of interesting. He comes in here with 19% speed in all battles, which is awesome. He's got an A1, 50% chance when fully booked of stunning for one turn. If the stun doesn't land, he places decreased resistance instead. Not too bad against single target bosses, which you can land the decreased resistance. His A2, this is on a 2-turn cooldown. It's actually very, very amazing. An AoE attack, so good against Mercurial stacks, has a 100% chance of placing decreased accuracy and HP burn for 2 turns. Not really that crazy in arena, but very good in places like, boss content or just general PvE content. It is A3 here. We got a 3-turn cooldown when fully booked, 100% chance of placing True Fear on all enemies for 1 turn. Also places increased attack and increased accuracy and a turn meter fill. This is all in a 3-turn cooldown. So you're getting 2 buffs, a turn meter boost, and a CC on a 3-turn cooldown. This is actually a crazy update. It's very, very nice. You can play this, CC your opponent, you get increased accuracy, and then you're going to be landing HP burns and all that stuff. Very, very nice. And then his passive here didn't get reworked or anything like that. Actually got a small buff up to 5%. It used to be, I believe, 4%. So fills the champion's turn meter by 5% each time an enemy receives the buff. So it's kind of like a small supersonic set there. Not too crazy, but his actual kit is nuts. This 3-turn cooldown ability and then this 2-turn cooldown ability, really, really strong. Standout areas right out the gate from reading his kit is going to be Chimera. But you can definitely use him for places like Arena as well, because you can use him as a turn meter booster. He also brings plus attack. Another champion that brings plus attack turn meter boost is Arbiter. So you can bring him in place of Arbiter, or you can use him in Siege in place of Arbiter, or other areas where you would use Arbiter. Increased accuracy is also very good for lockout champions. So you can bring him ahead of your lockout champions. That could work as well. And a little bit of fear is, obviously going to be a good thing just to help you crowd control some of the enemies. Now, I'll show you guys my Yoshi. We'll take him into some content and, we'll see how he does. All right, guys. So this is my Yoshi here. We're going to play him in 2 different builds for a couple different areas here. So this is a 9-piece feral build. You guys can definitely just run Yoshi in just generic pieces here. You guys don't have to have, specific sets on him, but for the top end, for optimized play, 9-piece Pharaoh is going to give him a little bit more benefit. He gets 1 debuff here. He's got 2 debuffs here, so that's 15%. And then also Fear. So theoretically, you could have 4 debuffs for additional 20% damage for your team. I do have him set up for PvE content. So this is going to be specifically more of a Chimera build. This is probably going to be one of the best spots for Yoshi in the PvE area. Of course, he can play against any generic wave content. He's going to be very decent. He has fears, turn meter boosting. He has HP burn, so he can help out in a lot of different areas, stuns. But I think his main spot is going to be as a Chimera champion to deal with some trials. So I have him kitted out with Brimstone here. He's going to bring some additional damage. Also with the 9-piece Pharaoh set, Brimstone counts as a debuff, so that's an additional 5% damage for your entire team if you get that on. In terms of overall stats for Yoshi, he doesn't really deal any damage, so just give him survivability, so HP, defense, decent speed, and decent accuracy for what you need him to do. So for example, in Chimera, you're looking for about 450 to 500 accuracy. If you don't have increased accuracy. Since Yoshi does have increased accuracy, you can cut the accuracy a little bit if you're short on stats, for example. This is just what the stats ended up with my gear sets. We are running a 5-star busing, like I said, Brimstone. And for this, we are running War Master. He does have 2 hits in his kit. He has his A3 is not a hit, but he does have 2 hits, so he's going to get some additional damage. Pair that up with Life Drinker, you get a little bit of healing. He does bring buffs. Lasting's Gift's going to give you the extra turn, and he does bring lots of debuffs. So Master Hexer is going to give you some more duration on those debuffs. Relic, I went with Journal. It's a very simple one. It's just going to give him some more turn meter boost or more effective turn meter boost. Anything with speed, anything with accuracy is going to be helpful. But yeah, this build is mostly going to be a Chimera focused build. So let's bring him into Chimera. Let's see what he can do, if he can help us out and all that. So I'm just playing along a little bit here in Chimera with the Yoshi. And yeah, there's definitely some potential here. Obviously, this is not the perfect tightest team or anything like that. But there's definitely some potential here. He does cover quite a bit. For example, he takes care of the fear against the ram head. He has consistent HP burns here. You can kind of see there as well. Decreased accuracy also being applied. But yeah, let's take a look at how he performs against the ram head. So this is where he would really shine with his fears. So let's see that in action here. Again, this is not like the perfect setup because we're going to be losing some of the buffs with the extensions and all that. So we're going to not use Lydia's fear. So we're going to let Yoshi take the spotlight here. All right. No fears from Lydia. Here comes Yoshi's fear. So increase attack, increase accuracy with the true fear 100%. And fears landed. There we go, guys. Amazing. And not only that, he places the increased accuracy and then he lands all these debuffs. So he's going to clear one of these trials. Which trial got cleared? This one. This unique debuffs with increased accuracy. So he clears that pretty easily. Yeah, I mean, that's a really nice ability. You don't have to rely so much on Lydia's blessing and then Lydia placing the big version of the fear that she lands on the A1. So that's a big bottleneck for a lot of people, a lot of big RNG, 60% at 6 stars. So in this case, Yoshi can land at 100%. Replacing Lydia is actually quite difficult, but there is some potential here with Yoshi. All right, so after playing with Yoshi a little bit in Chimera, there is a couple negatives that I want to point out about his kit that, obviously is not specific to himself, but it's going to happen once in a while. So let's just jump out of this fight here. But let's talk about Yoshi here compared to like Lydia, for example, if you wanted to use him specifically for his fear. The thing with Yoshi is that he is Force Affinity. So his Force Affinity has affinity issues, not like Lydia. Lydia has Void Affinity, right? So then she can always, has the chance to land the true fear. The fear is not the issue with Yoshi, but it's the HP burn. So the affinity issue will cause him to miss his HP burn. And this could be important if you're trying to clear, for example, the Viper trial with the HP burn that is required. This is an on-hit ability. Decreased accuracy, I don't think is that important for trials. There is a deep trial here against the Viper. Decreased accuracy with increased resistance. It's the hard trial for the Viper. And this is pretty difficult because there's not too many increased resistance champions unless you got, for example, Oella or Mavara. But decreased accuracy from Yoshi gives you the option to clear this hard trial in the Viper head. The HP burn gives you the ability to clear this trial. Again, another Viper trial. Usually you can't really clear this HP burn one unless you're using Ninja. Ninja can clear it pretty easily. Somebody else would be like Sulfurion, maybe the Fat Man. They usually use those type of champions to clear the HP burn one. The increased accuracy that Yoshi brings, we did see that get demoed there against the head, against the ram head. Pretty much gives you a very easy clear on this increased accuracy. Usually increased accuracy shows up from like Marius, Lady Mikage teams can do increased accuracy as well. And Yoshi's decreased resistance. I think there is a decreased resistance trial somewhere here. One sec. There it is. Second trial for the lion form. So right here, trial 3, the normal trial, 10 debuffs on the Chimera. One of them has to be decreased resistance. Again, this is one that doesn't get done very often because decreased resistance just doesn't show up too often. So Yoshi is going to be pretty cool. He does give you access to quite a lot of different trials, or at least the ability to clear those trials. Finding a team that makes him work is the other issue. Obviously, I can't do that right now with limited time, but he's definitely viable as an option for a Chimera. Now, if you wanted to use him in somewhere like Hydra, for example, he can definitely be useful here too. Now, you can also totally use Yoshi in that exact same Pharaoh build to help support you in your Hydra teams. All right, so he's just going to go in full auto here. Now, he's going to bring some HP burns as well. The turn meter boost is obviously very nice, plus accuracy, also very good. Otherwise, he's not going to bring too much more to Hydra, but you can definitely use him in Hydra just to support your group a little bit. If you have a 9-piece Pharaoh for him, he's going to be boosting the damage of your teammates, which gives him quite a bit of value. But he's not going to be able to land fears in this kind of boss fight. Fears are going to be Chimera's spot. But he does bring HP burn, which can pitch in a little bit of damage. He is a support champion. And then, if you have high blessing on him, you use him for brimstone as well. Increased accuracy could be useful, especially if you're low on requirements, gear requirements, for example. But otherwise, we just see him in action here a little bit. Just full auto team, letting everybody do their thing. Plus attack also could be very useful if you don't have anybody that brings plus attack. I'm noticing a lot of champions nowadays bring their own plus attack or their own self buffs. So maybe plus attack's not that useful anymore for a lot of you guys, but I think it's probably still okay. So he's probably going to be more of a champion that fills in certain spots that you might not, that you might be short on. He brings a lot, but does he bring anything that's like really like a must-have for every team? Probably not. I don't really see that, but for a champion that can fill a specific need, definitely going to be very good. So we can kind of see him going here. Nothing too crazy. Turn meter boost, like I said, is very good. A lot of PvE content, but not completely necessary. Got turn meter boost here with Necmo. Very nice. There you go. Plus attack. Only a 3-turn cooldown as well. So it's a really nice turn meter boost on a 3-turn cooldown. But that's it. I mean, he's a support champion, just to see him in action for a little bit. Not going to pitch in too much damage here. A little bit of damage from Brimstone and War Master. Let's change up his build, and we'll take him into the arena. The arena is another spot where he can actually do pretty well also. All right, guys, so I switched up Yoshi's build here for a more arena-centric build. We got him in Supersonic with a single turn of Mercurio, or a single total guard stack, sorry, not turn. But Supersonic's going to work in conjunction with his passive, very similar, allowing him to cut in on enemies when they place buffs. Now, the thing with Yoshi is that he doesn't strip off buffs. So having him go first, he kind of needs to boost turn meter into a champion that can deal with the enemy. Because if you're going first, Yoshi can't strip the buffs, and he's not going to be using the on-hit ability. So you can't remove Mercurio. So you have to kind of boost him into a champion to deal with those champions. Later on, he has the ability to cut in and then fear them, which is kind of nice. So like a little bit of crowd control. We did change up his relic to Temporal Stagnator. This gives us the ability to add some disruption when he weak hits. So he will have 2 on-hit abilities. It also gives him a little bit of accuracy and speed, which is very important. We switched up his blessing to the banner because he does run a 19% speed aura himself. So having the banner here could be kind of useful. You could definitely change that up to run, for example, Life Harvest. You could run that as well. But I think banner makes a lot of sense for him, especially since he has a speed aura himself. Went fast, went for accuracy. Changed up his masteries a little bit here, going down to Eagle Eye. Switched out the War Master. We don't need the offense tree anymore. Went for Deterrence. Deterrence, this could be a stun. Lasting Gift's going to be pretty good value because he does place a bunch of buffs. But Lasting Deterrence could be a stun. Could be pretty good. And then Harvest Despair, he does land Fear, so you get a chance to place Leech, which is pretty good. That was pretty self-explanatory. Let's bring him into some arena. Let's make some arena teams around him and see how well he performs. All right, let's run him in a team like this because Carnage is a champion that would really benefit from the plus accuracy. and plus attack here from Yoshi. If you have your lockout champion slower than Yoshi, that could work as well. But in this case, I'm going to be running my Fabian first. We're up against Bayek. So Bayek is the one that has the passive that makes you not make crits if you have less accuracy than them. So this is where Yoshi's plus accuracy is going to be useful. So here we go. We got plus accuracy here from Yoshi with the increased attack and the true fears. Let's see if we can land any true fears. We do land some true fears. Let's protect our team up a little bit. And then we're going to have Carnage come in here and then shut out this Bayek. And we're going to shut him out. And now we got the HP burns. It's pretty funny. The HP burns work through, it works through the stone skin, which is kind of interesting. Can we steal her stuff? Nope, we can't. All right, we can't remove its stuff. We do have increased accuracy and we do have the plus attack on. And now we're cycling back to the plus attack and increased accuracy with more fears. So let's see that in action. We got more fears going on. And yep, fears and all sorts of crazy stuff happening. There we go. Down. Plus attack's very strong on Carnage. And now we got the HP burn back with decreased accuracy. There we go. Pretty easily handled this fight. So just an example of a little bit of synergy there, plus attack with the accuracy for Carnage. Very, very nice. All right, let's jump in here against this team. This is a pretty tough customer here. We got Bayek again, some 6-star mythicals. Yeah, let's see how well we do. Let's see here. We got 9-piece Mercurial, Galathier. And everybody's locked out except for Theodosa. That sucks. Let's see if we can increase. Let's see if we can fear somebody here. We do. That's kind of nice. And we don't need the ally protection yet. Let's shut him down. And nice. That's pretty good. We're going to get shut out here. Okay. Got the revive. Okay, now we got the HP burns. Decrease accuracy. Oh. Oh, damn it. We should have ally protected. Okay, let's try again. All right, back in it. Let's try again. Okay, Theodosa shuts us out. Fears. Resisted from the nice. That sucks. Okay. This is gonna be tough. We got increased accuracy on Carnage. Let's see if we can steal some of this stuff. I don't know if we can, and it gets blocked. So, and it gets resisted. So a lot of resist there. It sucks. Okay. Oof. All right, HP burns. Land a couple of them. Can we kill? Nope, not quite. Okay, let's shut him out. Okay, can we land it? Okay, we landed it. That's good. HP burns again. Okay. Ooh, we need a turn. Need a turn. Okay. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, we just have a way to keep the Carnage alive, but it's doing pretty good. All right, let's try again. This time we're going to bring Donatello in. I'm like determined to beat this team. I don't know. This team's just so crazy. We weak hit against the nice increased accuracy here. Got the fears off. That's good. And we can take off a stack perhaps. And now we can land stuff. Okay, let's land stuff. There we go. We got the nice. Oh man, that sucks. Okay, HP burns. It's a hit, so it takes off the Mercurial stacks, which is nice. Okay. Fortunately, we're locked out. Okay. Ah, I think that's going to be it. Okay. Donnie saves the day. That's a big save there from Donnie. Can we stun the nice? And we got the stun off with the Yoshi. There we go. And petrify you. There we go. And we don't have increased accuracy, so we're not going to be able to land on this Theodosa, most likely. So let's land on the Galathir. All right, looks like we're kind of back in it. Kind of back in it. Increase accuracy, fears, reset. And yeah, let's go. Let's try to kill him off. There we go. Got him. Here we go. We got fears again. Hell swap. Okay, there we go. All right. Can we kill this nice without our damage dealer? I think we can do it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not too sure actually. Maybe we can't. He's got the servitude. He's got the servitude relic. It looks like we can do it. I don't know. It looks like we got this. HP burn you again. And there you go. We got it done. We got the job done. You know, the A1 stun on Yoshi is actually very nice. I mean, this team is ridiculously powerful, but it gave Yoshi a chance to kind of show that, you know, at least he can play, at least he can contribute. And Carnage definitely was taking full advantage of that. So let's do this fight. This one is just going to be a little bit more straightforward. We're going to lock him out. Yoshi is going to come in here and he's going to land some fears. Yep, landing some fears. We can maybe take a hit. And then we can land some debuffs. Can we kill? Not quite. There we go. Predator being Predator. HP burns. Nice. HP swapping. Nice. Resetting. Lock outing. And fear him. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good control there, right? Pretty good. All right, now this fight's going to be a little bit more difficult. I think at least two of these teammates or the enemies will have increased resistance or strong resistance. So the increased accuracy on our side is going to be very helpful. So we got increased accuracy here. Fear is not lying anywhere, so we'll probably have to try to lock them out again. So in this case, we'll have to use the reset. And let's see if we can steal somebody's stone skin, and we will try. Let's try his. Nope, didn't work. Bring down the stack, I guess. See, this is a problem against block debuffs. Fear is not going to work. Increase accuracy. We got that. Can't stun them. We can't HP burn through. So we can't really do too much here. A1. Okay. Now we get the lockout with increased accuracy. Now we get to lock them out. Okay, now we got increased accuracy on Carnage. Gonna land it on the sure thing. Okay. Need to fear. Probably need to heal up here. Okay. Kind of worked out. Okay. You shut him out. There we go. HP burn. A1. Again, this one has that servitude relic. But don't worry, guys. Yoshi is here with the stun. Yoshi is here with the stuns. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Hit. Petrify. Damn that servitude. Look at this weak hit nonsense. Oh, the fear is giving us the leech as well, which is really nice. So make sure you guys take that mastery. So yeah, pretty good. Plus accuracy, very useful, especially on a champion like Carnage. They can benefit off of it. They do gain, he does gain a little bit of damage, and then obviously plus attack's going to help that Carnage do some more damage too. Like these are pretty serious teams. They got some pretty serious champs here. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this showcase on Yoshi the Drunkard. We showed him out in a couple places in PvE. I think he does have a spot. He's not a generalist where you can bring anywhere, but he's definitely going to fit into some spots where there's not too many champions available. And having a champion like Yoshi in your roster, it's just going to make things easier when you need somebody to fill those specific roles. For Arena, he's going to have a little bit more use. Increased accuracy, increased attack is going to be good. Turn meter boost, obviously very solid. You know, the speed in all battles aura makes him a little bit more flexible in, you know, faction wars, in siege. So you can use him as a leader more often. In terms of overall build, pretty flexible. Just give him accuracy, good speed. That's generally how you're going to build him. If you have good sets, then you know you can take advantage of his kit. For example, 9-piece Pharaoh gives your team more damage. Supersonic kind of leans into his passive a little bit here. You could even give him something like Temporal Chains, which gives them, you know, additional more like cutting in ability, like cut in on your disrupt your opponent. But either way, it's a huge upgrade over what he was previously. I think I'm probably going to build him out for my Faction Wars team. He looks pretty good. You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the new and improved Yoshi. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. Have a great day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.